Good evening. Good evening. My remarks are very short. First, I want to thank Fred for having faith in Kenya, because what you're doing is a demonstration that you have faith in this country. And not just having faith in Kenya, but Kenya as a whole, because when people think about Kenya, basically it is Nairobi and the coast. But now we are seeing a major and substantial investor going into one of the cities in the country. And Kisumu, as you've been told by the governor, is an important hub. And the future there, looking at what is going on in terms of infrastructure, in terms of the airport, in terms of what the capacity of the lake, using the lake not just for aesthetic value, but for the commercial enterprise of all sorts within the lake region. So I really want to thank you for that, because a lot of people don't tend to go outwards. And I think this is also in keeping with a wonderful idea which we have in the Constitution about devolution. And devolution cannot work if investment is concentrated in the capital city or at major centers which historically have gained from such investments. And therefore, it is a demonstration that sometimes the public sector follows what the business sector is doing. And for me personally, looking at what is done in Kisumu, I think Kisumu will have a great future, and the region will have a great future, because what you're doing in Kisumu affects Kakamega, Siaya, Homa Bay, and Kisii. So if you look at the Lake Basin and the Lake region as an investment enclave, what you're doing, I'm sure you're not going to regret. The site is stunning, as you've been told. I've been there many times, and you have a great neighbor. It's close to the airport, but it's not within the air corridor, unless the Prime Minister is chauffeuring himself in the neighborhood. Yeah, and Kodiaga, I don't want to talk about it. Yeah, but I think in the end, even Kodiaga, probably because of this development, may have to move. Even the industrial area of Kisumu is eventually moving out of the city. So I want to say that from what the Deputy Governor has said, please don't stop at this very wonderful project. I think if you follow up with the 5-star hotel, because I know that you're in the hotel industry, in the coast and so on, this will build Kisumu to a great center, not just now, but for the future and in the region. Thank you very much.
I'm very happy to be here. I got an invitation to come to this briefing on the Riat Hills villas. So I was very excited, because I said, well, these are somehow very different neighbors who are coming up here. But I'm also very happy to see that this kind of development is going to take place in Kisumu. As you know, I am born and brought up in Kisumu town, when it was almost like a village in those very many years. It has grown up to be a city. And my wish has always been to see Kisumu grow and become a truly modern metropolitan city in that part of the world. When we were growing up, Kisumu was a very busy center in those days. Because as Ruth has said, it is the hub of East Africa. You see, because there's a lake which is shared by the three major countries in the East African community. So Kisumu was the headwaters, Kisumu port. There you have got also the biggest inland dry dock on the continent. the continent, where ships were being actually assembled there. You see SS Victoria, there's also SS Speak, there's also SS Okerere. They are all assembled there at the Kisumu port. To the lake, traffic was very busy, and the trains were also moving to Butere, all these other places. Of course, that's of them. And so it's something that we want to wish to see come back. And when people come to work, they of course are going to require residences, residential premises. That's why I see this kind of development as very strategic. Kisumu requires a lot more real estate development. The population around Kisumu is huge, but because of lack of opportunities, which has come about because of policies of centralization, many people have migrated to come to Nairobi, to Mombasa. So you find that most of the people from that region actually live here and buy homes here in Nairobi because of limited opportunities available down there. We said we want to create growth centers, and Kisumu will be one of them. Nakuru, Eldoret, Mombasa, and that way you will actually ease this pressure. It's not right that 60% of the GDP of this country should be generated in Nairobi alone. This is very good. I'm very pleased to see this kind of confidence which you've shown in what you call the UK. You know, when those people tell you that they're going to the UK, you ask them, you mean to the UK, are you going to London? He said, no, I'm going to United Kisumu. It's a pity that you don't have a five-star hotel in Kisumu up to today.
So that you can say, I'm seriously interested. I just thought of one last thing. When I look at the price level, we come to that later on when you talk, you don't get half a house similar in Nairobi. It could be the same house, but the land costs are still so high that in Riverside where we live, we were just by AMS Properties told that prices are now 400 million per acre. And that means that you soon can't build any nice small houses because it's not affordable. You will have skyscrapers everywhere, and that's the truth, and it has happened in other cities around the world. And yes, please.
For everybody, if you're in a hurry, we have a glass bowl out there on the table with all the brochures. Please drop your business card so we have a chance of contacting you if you don't have time to stay around.
Yes.
Thank you very much for coming.
And finally, thank you to the Swedish Embassy, the Swedish ambassador, who is and you're a very good deputy. When the cat is away, what do you say?
Run around.
Yeah, we jump on the table, and here we are. Fantastic. This has been great, and great environment, and your friendliness and helping. So thank you to you and your staff and everybody.
Side now, and just network and get to know each other. Perhaps beyond this, the relationships that you form are going to be a great help. Thank you.
I don't think it's a risky, totally risky. The question is only how quick does it take to build all the houses. So the first 10 houses will stand there within 1 year. And hopefully they are all sold. But I think we have heard from very many who say we are seriously interested. And they want to, some of them live even abroad. They have said that I'm from Kisumu, I originate from there. I would like to have a house. I could either rent it out for NGOs, or we come there for holiday periods with the family and have all relatives gathered there. So that's the story, and then now we have no way of returning. We have signed contracts, we start building, and in 1 year's time we have 10 houses there.
How much are you looking at the entire project to cost?
Well, if you say, just as a rough estimate, the project will cost 1.3 billion Kenyan shillings. That piece of land is 8.5 acres. And so 30 houses means that they got roughly quarter of an acre each house. Yes. So the 10 first comes there, and then we do the road work and the fencing and beautiful walls around. And of course, Raila has put a lot of energy and design in his house. So we also want to match his, even if ours is smaller. They are, I would say, quite a lot smaller. But oh yes, I bought the land already 2 years ago, and I paid all, whatever it has been, and we cleaned up. But it's not. The houses will be of a very high quality. So I see the square meter price in construction compared to other houses I've seen. Yeah, I had a plan for a hotel as well. I have had a lot of hotels. I was running about 18,000 hotel rooms. That's a lot. And I have been in the hotel business since 88. So I would like to do that, and I had planned that, but the land we have now is too small. So we start with this. I could think of building a sports club, something nice next door on the next neighboring plot. That I would like to do, but that's 2.5 years to build everything with the details.